I heard Tom correctly. It sounds like institutional investors think Bitcoin is going higher from here. What do you think?
Well, I think we're going to bring back into futures now. I think Tom may be right. In the institutional picture, you're seeing more and more access. We're all kind of waiting for the SEC to weigh in on what is that conduit, is an ETF that finally gets approved. But from a futures now perspective, I want to trade the range. The range they have given us is like that 6,100 up to 6,900. So I want to be a seller. Hello, all crypto crazies. Come on at me at Twitter. It's fun, but I'm trading the range. This is futures now. We're trying to apply a trade here. So I want to be a seller at 66.50, looking for a $500 drop, a test back down at that 6,000 level. So I'm gonna have a stop out at my target is 61.50. My stop is just above $250 higher at 6,900.
Well, if I had to guess, I would think Scott Nations can get behind this one.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I think it's a fallacy to compare Bitcoin to your Visa card. My Visa card is backed by cash. It's backed by.
You may change that tune in a couple of years, though.
Well, no, my Visa card won't be backed by cash.
I'm just saying, crypto will be in some form, some shape. Maybe it's not Bitcoin, but crypto will be a part of your life. I know you're celebrating your 90th birthday next year, but on your 95th birthday, there will be some crypto in your world.
Well, let me ask you this: if you were to buy one Bitcoin today, what would you do with it? You sit with it, and you hope that in the future somebody's willing to pay you more for it. It's not like a share of stock where you own it, you own a piece of the company, you own an ongoing business, and you get dividends and potentially capital gains from it. It's the greater fool theory personified.
But you could also argue if you buy a Picasso today, there's a finite number of Picassos. There's a finite number of Bitcoins, correct?
Well, that's fine, but I can't pay my mortgage with a Picasso. And what you're describing is somebody who buys something for enjoyment because they enjoy it, not because they expect to get a financial return out
different.
of it. And
Picasso is different than Bitcoin to me.
Well,
but there's a finite number, though. There's a finite number.
Well, there's a finite number of grains of sand on the beach. That doesn't mean they're worth anything. My point is that just because you own a Bitcoin and there's a finite number of them, doesn't mean it's necessarily worth anything.
Right.
What value does Bitcoin have, and what enjoyment do you get out of looking at a string of 27 letters and numbers that is your wallet address, as opposed to looking at a Picasso?
The Picassos, if you're looking at them as an investment, have had some time to at least establish, a certain amount of value and appreciation. So it's a little different with the Bitcoin because it's newer. Doesn't mean it won't happen. Final word to you, Jeff.
Well, I think it's all about trading the range. So we can argue the fundamental reasons for Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, but for the purpose of this trade example, I want to capture and embrace the trading range that we are in. We're going to see emotion coming to this market. In the event we see furthermore downside in equities, so therefore I think we test that level. So I think there's a short-term opportunity in Bitcoin to be a seller.